on YouTube? It's your boy Scooby Doo. I know I said I was gonna make a video Monday talking about this job hopping, but boy, Monday was a hectic Monday. It was a tough Monday. We was doing, had a lot of trailers come in, had to reposition a lot of trailers Monday. So, boy, when I got off, I was dog tired. Man, dog tired. Went home, took a shower, ate, and went straight to bed. So I didn't get a chance Monday, and Tuesday was a follow-up from Monday, so I didn't get a chance Monday. So today is Wednesday. It's kind of light today, so we're going to talk about it today. And before we talk about the job hopping, we're going to talk about a topic that a driver sent me an email on, and that was about radios, CB radios in the truck. Do I feel that companies need to place them in the truck? To be honest with you, yes. All companies need to put CB radios in their units. It ain't got to be no fancy radio. When I started, Schneider had a CB radio in every freaking cab over. Schneider had a radio in there. So if you couldn't afford one, that was cool. Schneider put it in the truck. I don't know about any other company. I do know that Schneider was the first company I started with in the 80s, and all their trucks had CB radios in it. Little 19 channel radio. It wasn't a big radio. It looked like a little bitty cassette player, really. But it got out. It done maybe about 5 miles in front, 5 miles in the back on a good day, and maybe 3 at the less in a bad day. But you could get talked on, so yeah, walk all over that little radio. But it was good to have, especially when you hit certain areas or towns. You can holler on the radio. Somebody can tell you how to get to a customer, or you was able to listen to the traffic report. That's the biggest reason for CB radios now, is so that you can monitor the roads out here, especially in the wintertime. Every year in the wintertime, we have too many accidents, rear end accidents and everything, pile-ups. I mean, the pile-ups are just unbearable, man. It's uncalled for. Why? Because one, we're driving too fast for condition. Two, we're not allowing enough cushion between us. And three, we just don't give a darn. To me, we get too comfortable at it. When you've been out here that long, like myself, you start to get comfortable. Oh, I got this. One thing I never say in all my years of driving is I got this. No. Every day I'm learning. If it's not me learning from new stuff coming out, I'm learning from the new drivers that's out here on the road. And if you're an old driver, you know exactly what I'm talking about. A lot of stuff you see out here now are new drivers. And new drivers, please, I'm not picking on you, but it is something that we see a lot of. The new drivers doing stuff that we never seen done before. Parking lot. Now, my new drivers, when I say my new drivers, I'm talking about the little stuff that y'all do in a parking lot, bagging into somebody's truck. Why? Because you don't want to get out and look. Or taking a turn and not following that small mirror with your big mirror and looking at your trailer while you're turning and focusing straight ahead and looking over at that mirror every 2 seconds. You're glancing at it until that turn is complete, and you're running over the front of somebody's truck. Else you're bagging in and you're knocking the door off of somebody's trailer. Those are the little stuff that my new drivers do, which is something that can be fixed on some of them, and some of them it can't, because some of them I have seen have done a lot of damage to people's trucks and everything. And it's just carelessness and panicking. When they first do it, boom, they panic. They don't know what to do. I saw a guy on a video where a driver went down the wrong street. He looked up and here's an low overpass. He tried to bag up. And if you look at that video, you can see over to his left was a street that he could have bagged up in, bagged the trailer back in that street, turned around and went back. But instead, he tried to do a U-turn right there, tore the ferns off the side of the trailer, ripped the airlines, put a hole in the trailer. He made it worse for himself. To my new drivers, anytime you go down the street or you're in an area that you're unfamiliar with, and you see that, hey, you come to a low overpass, or you're not supposed to be on that street, or you jumped off at the wrong exit, don't panic. Please, do not panic. Because when you panic, that's when you just start making more mistakes. That little mistake then got to be bigger. Every time you panic, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger to it's just costly. It costs a lot to get out of that one. So whatever you do, slow down, pay attention, get out and look. Don't be in a hurry. That's the reason why I said back before to the last video, understand your road atlas. Because you can look at that road atlas and see what road you're on and see if you got low clearance on that, especially in Chicago. Chicago is known for that. Low clearances in Chicago. But whatever you do, you've got to slow down. You've got to pay attention to what you're doing, because if you don't, you're going to make mistakes. I promise you, you're going to make mistakes. And once that mistake is made, it's too late to try to correct. But if you stop, gather your thoughts, assess the situation, you'll be okay. All right? So on that note, yes, CB radios are needed in every truck. Manufacturers ought to automatically put CB radios in the truck. They ain't got to be these Connex, Strikers, these high power radios. No, just put a nice little radio in the truck. If you can get out 5 or 10 miles down the road, that's all you need. That 5 or 10 miles will give you enough time to jump off and take another route if there's an accident. So yes, I feel that companies do need to put CB radios in their trucks. To the subscriber that asked me and everything, yes, they do. They do need to be there, and no driver need to be out here without some type of communication. And I don't mean a cell phone. I mean every driver should be required. That should be a law that you should be required. If you're in a commercial vehicle, you must have a CB radio. That's my opinion. Like I said, I'm entitled to my opinion, right? Okay. Now let's get on the other topic. Job hopping. Job hopping. Do I think it's bad for a driver that's job hopping? No, I don't. Hold on, y'all. No, I don't think it's bad. I think that's something that nobody knows what that driver going through. We're going to take your boy Scooby-Doo, for instance. Like I said, when I talk about somebody, I believe in putting myself in that along with everybody else. When I first got into this, I was a job hopper. Oh, yeah, buddy, Scoob. I job hopped for several reasons. One, I was paying $200 a week child support for 2 girls. So I was paying $200 a week for child support, and you do the math. I'm not going to do the math on this here, but I was paying $200 a week for child support, and I'm making 10 cents a mile. Now you do the math on that. You do the math. I'm going to let y'all genius mouth heads put that to work, and I'm going to leave it right there, and you'll come up with what I was paying a month. And I was making 10 cents a mile with Schneider National. So you see the reason why you would job hop. You'd stay there, and then you'd work, and then when your bills start getting behind, you had to move to something better. So I went from 10 cents to 15 cents a mile. And that job I was running, and it brought me a little time when I left, because I had 30 days to notify child support that I changed the job so they can start income assignment there and everything. So that brought me 30 days to run hard, stack up a little money, and run. But then all of a sudden, that little money you had stacked up that 30 days, it started dropping. So when it dropped, I went on another. But each time I changed jobs for more income. My income was going up. So first time was 10 cents, next time was 15. After that, it went to 25, 26 cents a mile. And then it went from 26 up to 32. So as you see, it was helping me in my career out here driving the truck, because I liked what I was doing out on the road, being my own boss, running like you want to run and everything. So as that 30 days was up, and every 30 days I would do the same thing. So I would stay at a company for about a year to anywhere from a year and a half to 2 years. And then, boom, I had to get up. I had to go because I wasn't making enough money to meet my obligations for car, apartment, food, light, gas, and water, phone bill. You know, it was Well, back then we had pagers. We didn't have cell phones. We had beepers, beep, 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 you know. Then it went from a beeper to a text thing where you can sit there and type in the messages that you want. And then it went from there, cell phones, and everything just started growing and growing. But as time went on, I had to try to better myself and everything. And I started getting into a little bit more cent per mile and being home on the weekends. I have the longest I've stayed out on the road in my career is a month. I stayed out for a month and everything. That's the longest I ever stayed out. And after that, it started becoming every 2 weeks I go home. And then it went from that to going home every week, where I'm at now, in the stage I'm in now, and up until what I'm doing now, home every night. Do I like it? It's okay. It's a lot of work into it. Let me tell you that. If you're interested in doing yard switching, it's a lot of work. With me, I walk 60 feet. I walk 60 feet to the back, 60 feet back up to this truck, 60 feet to the back, 60 feet back up. That's how far I walk. I'm pulling 53-foot trailers. And with this with this yard switcher, it's about 60 feet and everything that I do. And I'm moving anywhere from 30 to 50 trailers a day. 30 to 50 trailers a day. Now, you do the math on that, and that'll tell you how much your boy walk. I'll put it like this. Before I started this here position, I was weighing 245. I was weighing 245 when I started this position. I'm down to 230 now. I weigh 230. I like to get down to 225, but hey, if I can, I can. If I can't, I can't. But right now I'm at 230. So that shows you how much your boy been working out, just walking up and down and sweating and everything. Opening doors, closing doors. I don't have to dolly nothing up or anything. Thank God for that. Well, I did have 3 weeks of using a day cab over here. I had the yard meter went down, which I hate. And you had to dolly up each trailer to get it around the building or get it moved from a slot to a door. So it was a lot more work to it. But like I say, job hopping, it all depends on your situation. One thing I will say as a truck driver is don't sit there and let a company, dispatcher, driver manager, fleet manager, don't let them disrespect you, because number one, you are still an adult. They're an adult. You're still a man. You're trying to provide for your family. One thing, keep it professional. And anything you do and say with your boss, your manager, your supervisor, your leader, always keep it professional. One thing about it, they're a person just like you're a person. They're grown, they're a human just like you're human. So respect each other. That's a word that we don't do anymore. Dispatchers, I wish that dispatchers would not lie to a driver, but hey, that's their nature. That is their nature to lie. They're if you notice, I don't even know, I always wonder, do we have Christian people in dispatching? Because if you do, it'd be hard for a Christian person, a full-blooded Christian. It'll be kind of hard for you to sit there and lie to a person on the telephone and then go to church and give God praise and worship, and knowing you just sat here and lied to several drivers about something just as simple as saying, hey, there's nothing in that area. Give me a minute. Let me see what the planners got. But right now, it's looking funky in that area. It's really looking funky. No loads over there, but give me a minute to get with the planners and see what they got. You know what I'm saying? It to me, I always wondered that in my years of career and getting closer to Christ is, how can you sit there and lie to another person about a load or about a dispatch and then go to church every morning and say you're a Christian? How can you do that? How can you do that? Somebody answer that question. But we're going to get back on the topic of job hopping. So child support is one of the major reasons why a lot of people job hop. 2 is because finances, money. A lot of people might say, well, Scoob, you went from 10 cent to 15 cent. You went from 15 cent to 25 cents. You went from 25 cent to 30 cent. So it was like a 5 cent difference in it. Yeah. But along with that, it came to giving me a little bit more time at the house and driving better equipment, pulling better trailers, and everything of that nature. So that's the catch to it. You know, everything comes with a catch now, but it's based on that. Nobody know what your finances is but you. Nobody know what your family need but you. You know what you need to do to support your family, and whatever that is, do it as long as it's legal. Make sure it's legal. I ain't telling nobody to get out there and do nothing that's illegal. Now, don't let's get that understood first. Scooby-Doo ain't telling nobody that. But the thing about it is, if you're married, it helps. It takes two. With two people, you can conquer the world. You can conquer the world with two people. Some people have conquered the world just by themselves, you know. But when you got two pulling together, oh Lord, powerful couple. And that's what I consider me and my wife, a powerful couple, because we can conquer the world out here. Anything we want, we can have. And I've been blessed to get it. But like I say, the thing about it is, those are two of the most major reasons: finances and child support. Child support, as far as men are concerned. Now, women, I don't know why they would do it, but men, I understand child support. And if you've been down that road like I've been, hey, there's nothing we can do about it but try to find something better to whereas you can make a living and live a nice and comfortable life and still take care of your responsibility as a man with your kids. And that's what I did. So, is job hopping bad? No, it ain't. No, I don't think it's bad. I just think that it's a driver, male or female, white, black, Mexican, Hispanic, Puerto Rican, it don't matter, nationality. I think that it's just a driver trying to do better to support his family. That's all it is. And ain't got time for the bull crap and the lies. I'd rather for you to tell me to just be straightforward with me. If you're straightforward with a driver, you can get a heck of a lot done just by being straightforward with that driver. Telling the truth. So that's a question that have always been in the back of my mind is, how can a dispatcher say they're a Christian and then turn around and lie to a driver about something as simple as a load or a delivery date or a pickup time? I have been in a situation, even over here at Avery, where the dispatcher sent two of us to pick up the same load and stuff. Yeah, or told me the load is a drop and hook, and I get there, it's a live unload. Is that a lie? Yeah, it's a lie. Yes, it's a lie. Yeah, it is a lie. Why? Because all you do is just say, hey, it is a drop and hook. Or it's supposed to be a drop and hook, but it may be a live unload. I'm not for sure. That's all it is. Now you just covered yourself. You didn't tell a lie. You just been straightforward. It could be a drop and hook. It could be a live unload. I'm not for sure. I won't know until you get there and check in. That's when that comes about. Okay? So, those are things to look at, people. Don't look down on nobody that's job hopping, because you don't know their situation. You don't know what they're going through at that company that they're in. I'd rather have a peace of mind, work for a company where I can have a peace of mind and feel good and comfortable and at ease, than to work for a company and be upset and driving and just going crazy, not knowing what lie they're going to tell me today. You know, that's just me. That's just your boy Scoob. So like I said, everybody is different in that job hopping. But I said before, I say it again, and I say it to the Lord, take me off this earth. Respect each other and do what you got to do legal now to take care of your family in this trucking industry. Do what you got to do legal in this trucking industry to take care of your family. You ain't got to sit there at a company and take no mess off of them. You don't. You're a grown man, grown woman. You should not have to work at a company and deal with headaches, go home stressed out because the company, your company, your leader, your dispatcher, your fleet manager, your driver manager, the company manager has done something or said something that's got you upset. You should never have to work in that environment. Having a peace of mind and working in a nice, calm, cool environment, there's nothing like it. It is nothing like it. I promise you this. So what you need to do is get out here and find a company that you feel comfortable with, that you like the way it works. Because what worked for you might not work for your boy's school. And what worked for me might not work for you. I might be happy here at Avery. You might come over to Avery and feel that you ain't getting no miles, you ain't getting no money. They lying to you about getting home. They want you to turn around and go back out as soon as you get in. Hey, anything of that nature. You know, any company could be like that. So don't base it off of what looking at in the window and looking at this driver's yard and say, man, that joker yard pretty and green. You don't know what's going on over there. You don't know what that person went through to get his yard like that. Okay, same thing over here. You don't know what that driver going through, what he been through, what crap he had to take with his dispatcher, fleet manager, safety department. You don't know what they had to go through to get where they are over there. They just might be to the point to where they satisfied with it. Now, you got some people out here go to work at a company, stay there for years, and deal with it. But they go home and they start taking out that frustration that trucking company is causing them out on their family, out on their wife, you know, or their girlfriend, or their significant other. So the thing about it is, work for a company where you have a peace of mind. If you feel comfortable, hey, stay there. In other words, nobody knows your limit but you. How much bull crap are you willing to take at a company out of these trucking companies? How much are you willing to take? That's the question I'm asking you. How much are you willing to take out here? Okay? How much are you willing to take out there? That's what I want to know. Okay? How much crap are you willing to take out there with that company that you're with? What's your pushing level? What's your peak to where, boom, I can't take no more, I'm through? What is that peak? You know, what is it? Because I always pray to God. I tell God, I put God first. I plead the blood on my job. I ask God to remove any negativity on my jobs and everything. And when the Lord tells me, give me that voice or that sign that it's time to go, buddy, it's time to go. But believe me, I'm not going to leave until he tells me it's time to go. Now, that's me. Like I said, that's the way I figured. I don't know about you, but that's where I figured. Before I got closer to God and everything, shoot, man. And I was paying child support. Shoot. But when I saw I wasn't making no money, your boy Scoob had to go. He put it down. And I never left a job without having another one ready for me. Never left a job without having another job already waiting on me. I might take my vacation, something, start looking. But I always had another job before I left that job. And I always left it. Y'all go back and look at the video. I never left that company in a bad situation with equipment. My equipment was always top line, cleaned up like showroom floor. Every equipment I had at every company out here was always a showroom look. I'm not telling you to do that. That's my money. I spend it like I want to spend it. That's me. I'm not telling you to do that. You do whatever you want to do, but that's your boy Scoop. I never left a dirty truck. I never left a damaged truck at all. And nobody or no company can never say that about Scoop. But like I said, man, it's a little rainy here today, a little cloudy, so I did get a chance today. I know I was supposed to, like I said, I know I was supposed to make it Monday, and it was busy. Tuesday was busy. But today, I did get around to doing it today. Thank God for it. To the subscriber that asked me about it, it's up to you. Like I said again, I repeat it. Nobody know what you need but you for take care of your family. Do what you got to do to take care of your family. Don't sit there and go in the hole and then you and your family being put out on the street because you tried to make it work at that company you with. Okay? Be a man, be a woman, talk to you, go up the lead ladder. Always start at the bottom and go up the ladder. If you don't get no results from the dispatcher, fleet manager, driver manager, whatever, go on up the next level. Go up a next level if you don't get none until you have gotten up as high as you can go at that company. And if ain't nothing changed or you hadn't got to see any results in it, ask God what to do. If it's time to go, it's time to go. But one thing about it, he's not going to leave you out there without something. You're going to always have something. He's going to always open doors for you. Because one thing about it, when one door closed, another door open. And it's 10 times better. Okay? So whatever you have to do, you do it. If it means leaving that company, going to another company. Because remember one thing, y'all. And I'm going to bring it to a close. There's nobody out here ever start that I know of, and I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, leave it in the comment. I've never seen a person coming straight out of truck driving school or come out of school or start learning how to drive a truck and stay with that first company they're with. They have left the company for a while. If they have been with that company, I guarantee you they've had some bad hiccups there that made them want to walk out the door, but they decided to stay. So like I said, everybody's going to change jobs in your career, whether it's going from being a company driver to being a lease driver to being an owner operator to being an owner of a company. Everybody going to do change out every now and then. You're going to change job. You're going to change job. That's just natural. Some people might go a year, 2 years, 5 years, 6 years before they change, until you find that company that you love, like, enjoy. But remember one thing, and I'm going to bring it to a close. And remember what I tell you. If you don't remember nothing else, there is no perfect company. There is no perfect company out here, and don't let nobody lie to you. This your boy Scoop. Y'all be careful, be safe. Continue to keep the good Lord with you in everything you do and say, and continue to keep Scooby doing my wife in your prayers. We'll do the same for each and every one of you all. We love you. We thank God for you. It's your boy Scooby Doo, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.